Hi, I wanted to, I'm like awkwardly crouching. That's fine. It's not a long video that I'm gonna make. But I wanted to share advice that I heard being given while at work. Just for the context, that's not necessary, but I'm gonna provide anyways. There was a meeting going on, and in it, there was an employee that was sharing frustrations about another member of the team having unrealistic expectations of others and being highly critical and not collaborative. And the employee that was talking was just sharing his frustrations of that other person taking that route. And then the advice given to him was, I wouldn't take those comments personally because they're going to keep happening. All you can do is make the best decision you can with the information you have at the time. Don't second guess yourself. And something that I left out was the employee that was, venting was second guessing himself. He was like, should I have done this? I don't know. Should I have done that? Like, I did it this way because of that. Anyway, so again, that's why he was given the response he was given. When I heard that response, I immediately felt like delight, like warmth of like, that was very kind. For him to not only validate him and really hear him out and be like, I understand that you're frustrated, but give him sound advice of you. It was just very real for him to go like, it's gonna keep happening, And I immediately knew that that's something that I needed to adopt for myself. But not only that, I want to expand it outside of other people's words, but their actions and behaviors as well. Like if someone invalidates me or dismisses me or refuses to give me any consideration of their consideration for whatever reason, just know that they're not going to be, first of all, they're not the first person to do that to me, but they're most likely not going to be the last. Like that's something that's going to continue happening. And something that I uncovered in a previous therapy session, I can't remember if I shared this already, is me giving my power away to people because I'm afraid that I might turn into an abuser. And my therapist was like, I've worked with you for over a year. Like, you're not an abuser. You're not a narcissist. Narcissists don't question if they're a narcissist. They just don't care. And she was like, you can't. It's time to trust yourself. It's time to embrace your power and not shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. But also, it just reminding me it's not my job to bring everyone with me. And that just always comes back to this analogy of like, instead of being the cup of water and being a cup and just filling myself with water until I overflow and pour into other people, I like the beacon of fire. Because there's a limited capacity of how much water you can hold before you start overflowing, before the water starts overflowing. Whereas like a fire, if I'm a beacon of fire providing light for other people, I can continue growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the bigger I get, the more I can be seen from a further distance. So having like a greater area of people that I'm providing guidance for. And I say that to say, I think I've struggled throughout my life of like being afraid of making the wrong decision, that I would take too many opinions into account. Like I would consult too many people and I wouldn't necessarily filter the people that I was getting this input from. Like I wouldn't like filter, I don't know, I just want to as many perspectives as possible, but I didn't take into account like not everyone has my best interest at heart, not because they want to see me fail, but because they just don't care. Some people just don't care, and rather than saying like, I don't think I'm the person who should be getting this input, they just give their opinion without thought. And, I just have to be more mindful of that. But also going back, I'm going to repeat again the advice given of I wouldn't, what was it? It was I wouldn't take comments like that too hard because they're going to keep happening. All you can do is make the best decision you can with the information you have at the time. Don't second guess yourself. And yeah, I need to not second guess myself so much because, as evidenced by this previous situation, I was talking it through with so many people. Like, am I missing something? But I never really took the time to just kind of sit alone. And I feel like if I would have taken the time to just sit alone with my thoughts and like really let myself feel what I was feeling instead of trying to analyze it from a distance, just like sit with my emotions, I would have, seen the light or had moments of clarity sooner. And I don't have any regrets towards that because I truly feel, I don't know, there were lessons for me to learn, and I'm so grateful that I have learned them. I just keep feeling gratitude with every step I take in life. And just, I'm feeling very blessed that I feel like everything is falling into place and slowly aligning, where this goal that I had that felt so unattainable, to live in the now and be present and not, live in my head or be so caught up in my thoughts. Like that felt so foreign to me. It felt like I don't know if I'm ever gonna ever fully reach this goal. It feels like it's within arm's reach. And it's a scary feeling, but scary in a good way. Like it's like scary because it's unfamiliar, like I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, but exciting because it's like a sign of growth. Anyways, I wanted to share that advice. Oh, I'm gonna add on a little thing at the end. It was funny because after this was said, it was during a meeting, and the meeting was like, I don't think the person sharing realized that the people in the meeting in the room that I was in had it like on speaker. So after he made the comments he did, he was like, I'm only sharing this now because it's just management on the call. I wouldn't be making these statements in front of everyone. And then we all just kind of looked at each other and laughed because we were like, we all heard. But it's a very, I don't know. It was just a funny thing. Like, I don't think anyone who heard thought anything negative of him. He's a human, needing to be heard. And I just love how that was handled. It was nice to witness him receiving that level of support, because not all workspaces allow for that.